Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTest.com, and today I am on Riviera's 64 Sport Motor Yacht. Always a fan of how Riviera is handled, so this should be an interesting performance evaluation. Let's get her underway.
The Riviera 64 Sports Motor Yacht has a length overall of 69 feet 8 inches, a beam of 19 feet 1 inch, and a draft of 5 feet 6 inches. With an empty weight of 94,755 pounds, 83% fuel, and 3 people on board, we had an estimated test weight of 104,394 pounds. With twin-man V12 1550 horsepower shaft drive engines turning 41 by 51 5-bladed props and wound up to 2350 RPM, our speed topped out at 33.7 knots. Best economic cruise came in at 1750 RPM and 21.7 knots. At that speed, the 84.3 gallon per hour fuel burn translated into 398.5 nautical miles, all while still holding back a 10% reserve of the boat's 1,717 gallon total fuel capacity.
Riviera makes blue water capable yachts, and once we got this one offshore, that's where she really started to shine. Whether it's a head sea, following sea, or a beam sea, it seems that 20 knots is the sweet spot where she's got that comfort level. It just brings it all together. Now, the engine room can be accessed from either a door at the utility room, which can also be a crew space, or this hatch in the mezzanine deck. A lot of room around these twin MAN engines, 1,550 horsepower each, and it's the only engine choice for this boat. They're V-drive transmissions. I can see the transmission just ahead on both sides. Very easy to access as well. There are two Onan generators. One's 20 kW, the other's 13 kW. Of course, the 20 being the primary, the 13 will come online as load demands, and it will come online automatically. There's a Seakeeper gyro in between the two engines, just behind as well. The Dometic air conditioner is located on the starboard side above the generator and above the port side generator. Fuel tanks have sight tubes, easy access to the filters. I really like how Riviera does their helms. Nice and neatly laid out, not a lot of clutter, or any clutter at all for that matter. Starts with a compass right in line with the helm. The helm itself is center mounted. The whole console is off to the port hand side. Three 21-inch screens, a little bit of a cubby underneath where we can put stuff, but there's another one right behind the wheel that's even more convenient, and there's connectivity over to one side. Two 6.5-inch screens. These are from Boning, and they are monitoring the MAN engines. C-zone switching is over into the center, so right in between the two seats, which makes it convenient. Fusion stereo underneath that, and then the Seakeeper panel. Large windows all the way around, so we've got great visibility, plus our elevated platform makes our visibility even better. Sub-panel over to the starboard side has a display for the engine controls, the twin-disc joystick that links the shaft drives with the bow and stern thruster, control panel for the Humphrey Interceptor trim tabs, the throttles, controls for the forward screen, windshield wiper controls, and a convenient beverage holder just behind. And Riviera really nailed the comfort level with these seats. High-rise back seats, flip-up armrests. They're electrically adjustable for forward, aft, high, low, and recline. There's a footrest below, and underneath the footrest is a deep recess so you can put your feet underneath while standing. Your maintenance crew will appreciate that there's easy access underneath and behind the panel. There's another control station at the aft end of the flying bridge. Gives you a full view of the whole port side of the boat. Console consists of a 16-inch display. There's controls on the left and right for the hydraulic outriggers, Optimus display, buttons for the horn and floodlights, throttle over on the left-hand side, and the joystick for the twin disc on the left-hand side, which is great because you can still operate it while seeing the whole side of the boat. Steering wheel is mounted to a fixed base, and make yourself aware that when you're operating the boat from this station, if the door to the enclosed flying bridge is open, you've got two tinted pieces of glass to look through and you can't see through it. Close the door and now you have visibility. There's a third control station in the cockpit, this time to the starboard side, giving you a full view of that side of the boat. In both corners, 13-inch cleats below heavy-duty stainless steel, and I like wherever there's a cleat on Riviera, they put a load capacity plate. To both port and starboard sides of the cockpit, 50-amp shore power cords on electric cord reels. As we make our way to the bow, there are 4 9-inch steps as we do the whole transition. Average width 13 inches between the cabin side and the bulwarks, but the rails are a little bit further outside of that, so 17 inches. Engine room vents right at the aft section. First of two, still 13-inch cleats for midships. About midship area, 18-inch high bulwarks, the rails top out at 37 inches. Then we come to the second midship cleat. There are huge storage compartments to both port and starboard at the bow, and then 550 kilogram capacity davit for launching a tender. The ground tackle consists of a Muir windlass, leading an all-chain rode out through an anchor roller, supporting a 60 kilogram ultra anchor with a swivel. There's also another roller on top so you can have a secondary anchor, and then there are 1, 2, 3 13-inch cleats. Large storage compartment off to the starboard side. That will also lead you to the road locker, which is in the center, and to the port side here. Fresh and raw water wash down, remote control for the windlass, and a high pressure water connection. And how's this for a nice touch? A ladder so you can get up to the 18-inch non-skid brow so you can work on the windshield or the wipers. As we enter the mezzanine level, just to the starboard side, there's a panel that opens up. All of our 12-volt main breakers, battery switches, and even the inverter control. Just as we come inside the salon, on the port bulkhead, there's a control panel for the C-Zone switching system that runs all of the electronics and electrical system throughout the boat. Just underneath, control for the water maker, and all of the C-Zone system is repeated on an iPad. As far as I'm concerned, this is another one in the win column for Riviera with the 64 Sports Motor Yacht, and that is my full performance evaluation. For BoatTest.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.